Let God do some spring cleaning in your life. Find out how in this episode of 5 Minutes Closer. I'm Vaughn Weatherford, and this is 5 Minutes Closer. For the next 5 minutes, let's explore some biblical truths and apply them to your life. No podcast, including this one, can transform your life or give you what you really need. Only Jesus can do that. You can find out why in what I've called the first five episodes of 5 Minutes Closer. Each following episode explores scriptural truths that, if you follow them, will bring you 5 minutes closer to the person God created you to be. Let's see if we can get you 5 minutes closer. I know a few people who enjoy cleaning the house, but it's one thing we all have to do. Most of us try to find some shortcuts, like the no-move rule. If nobody moves it, you don't have to clean under it. And its corollary, the unseen rule. If you can't see it, it doesn't matter if it's clean. The problem is, sooner or later, somebody will move that couch, and when they do, there's no telling what they'll find. Dust bunnies the size of small dogs, petrified raisins, the TV remote that went to the TV you got rid of 3 years ago. To avoid the situation, most folks have a day of spring cleaning, a time when everything gets the full scrub. They may even clean out that closet that's collected everything over the last year. Moses calls for the people of Israel to do a spring cleaning, to rid the land of all remnants of its false gods. Here's what he says in Deuteronomy chapter 12, beginning with verse 1. These are the statutes and rules that you are to be careful to do in the land that the Lord, the God of your fathers, has given you to possess, all the days that you live on the earth. You shall surely destroy all the places where the nations whom you shall dispossess serve their gods, on the high mountains and on the hills and under every green tree. You shall tear down their altars and dash in pieces their pillars and burn their Asherim with fire. You shall chop down the carved images of their gods and destroy their name out of that place. As the people of Israel entered the promised land, they would encounter reminders of the false gods of the Canaanites. The altars, the sacred poles, the idols, and the temples were scattered throughout the land. Moses knew that the people would face the temptation to follow after these gods. They might think the false gods would work for them too. Moses knew the danger of that kind of thinking. It's like dirt on the lenses of your eyeglasses. At first, you don't notice it, until suddenly everything looks like you're seeing it through Jell-O. Dirt on the lenses can make even the best eyeglasses useless. Sin can impede the life of even the strongest believer. We must allow God to reveal those areas of our lives where we've departed from His way and let the Holy Spirit cleanse us. When we don't, we begin to believe some of the lies around us, that we don't really need to follow God's command, that we can live our lives the way we want without any consequence. God's commands are not to keep us from the good life. They're to guide us to the very best, the abundant life that only Christ has to offer. Sin gets in the way of that. The only way to solve it is to get rid of the dirt. It wouldn't be easy for the people of Israel. There were altars and idols all through the land. It would take time to find them and time to tear them down. It would be much easier to leave them alone and ignore the problem. There would be people opposed to tearing them down. Who's going to be in charge of that project? It'd be easy to just put off the task or just ignore it altogether. That would be a tragic mistake. Unfortunately, Moses' warning proved to be all too true. The people of Israel very quickly began to follow the gods of the Canaanites, and it brought disaster on the nation of Israel. The same happens when we allow sin to remain unconfessed and ignored. Over time, it brings disaster into our life. To avoid temptation, don't keep it around. Get rid of it. Stay away from it. Learn to recognize it and prevent it. Strive to ensure that nothing will come into your life that draws you away from your relationship with Christ, because now you're 5 minutes closer. My prayer is that these 5 minutes have challenged you, inspired you, and caused you to consider applying God's message for your life from His Word. To find out more, visit our website at 5minutescloser.com. Join me next time to see if we can get you 5 minutes closer.